I'm Cloie Olson, and I'm a senior. It's surprisingly going good. It's the easiest year I've had in all of high school. I went out of state twice, which I never do. Woo. I got into varsity theater, and honestly, I'm thriving. Probably struggling with the feeling of just giving up every single second. Because right as you hit a point in senior year, which could be the first day or could be like sometime second semester, you just feel like you don't want to do this anymore because you're so close to leaving, So like, why not speed up the process? And so like struggling with that constant feeling that's like in the back of your mind of saying, hey, you shouldn't do this anymore. It doesn't matter. It's hard. Okay, for me, it's basically like kind of dreading, but also like, I don't know how to word this. I don't know why. Like dreading leaving, but also at the same time, like you can't wait to leave. Like it's a mixture of both. There's history. I have always loved history. There's just something about it that I love, which is weird because my attention span can't help me like focus in it, but I just love learning more about our past and what not to do. Okay, so freshman year, I took the introductory class to media, which is AAVTC, and we did this like video type assignment, and that is what really got me into film and what got me into like broadcasting, because right as like I picked up the camera, I was like, oh, this is fun. I want to do this. And so that like really has stuck with me. Don't try to be someone that you're not, because it's just kind of annoying having a person who is younger than you think that they own the school just because they like think that they're bigger than everyone else when you're not. Just be yourself. Don't try to command people. Don't act like you own the school. And just don't be annoying, please. Okay, so my two AV teachers, Miss Fondren and Miss Preston, and then my newest theater teacher, Miss Kennedy. Fondren and Preston, they are the two people who are like helping me like towards my goal, like end goal for a job and for a degree, which is broadcasting. And Kennedy, she came in the middle of October because our other teacher left for reasons. And she was like able to pick up where we were in Shrek, and she had us do like the best show that we've done in a while, and it was only a kid's show, and like she just helped in so many ways, like for the program within being like for her just being there within like I would say 3 weeks. Probably going to both Disney and New York because I never travel. I am not a person who just is like, hey, let's go to freaking Florida for fun. And so being able to travel for the first time in years was amazing because my friend, she took me to Disney in October. And it was, let's just say, the Remy ride in Epcot, top tier. And then theater and choir just recently in February went to New York. And it was amazing because I never thought I would be able to go to New York and see 3 Broadway shows. Are you kidding? We saw Hamilton, Wicked, and Dear Evan Hansen. Amazing, top tier, like phenomenal seeing it in person. Bootlegs don't hold up to what they are on stage. But like just having those 2 trips in my senior year, just top tier. Probably Chris Colfer. He was a star in Glee, and he also writes books. He has like 18 books out, I think probably more. And he is not afraid to tackle like the heavy subjects in his books, which are targeted for kids. Like in his most recent series, A Tale of Whatever Magic Word You Want, because it's different. It tackles racism, sexism, homophobia, everything like that, but it's not really coded in a way for kids, but it's like, it is to fit the theme of the story, but it's also very obvious if you're reading it. And it helps open up discussions with parents and all that. If the kid's ever confused or like just a way to tell people to not be like this. And it's just perfect that kids who are like in 5th grade, 4th grade can pick up these books, read these, and be like, oh, this isn't right, you know. It's just, he's an amazing person. And he's very nice. I met him, and sweetheart. Can I say TikTok? Does that count? Okay, I've had it ever since it like was released. But sometimes I just kind of get embarrassed that I'm still on it after everything that I've seen on there. But also, it's a great way to distract myself. It gives me like those happy chemicals, you know. But also, it's just rough to be a part of.
I am inspired by
my mom.
I am most grateful for
the life that I've been given.
I will never forget
the time I broke my foot with a glass casserole dish.
Describe this. Oh, sorry, you can go ahead.
No, it's good.
Describe the scariest encounter you've ever had.
Breaking my foot with a glass casserole dish. Okay, I was in 3rd grade. I had just moved to Texas, right? Thriving. At 10:35 in the morning, I decided I want pizza. I was one that just casually, right? And so I walk over to my fridge, having the time of my life. I open it. I go to take the pizza box out, and it gets caught on a dish that had like a wrap around it, you know? And I realized that too late, and I was like, oh, here's my downfall. And so the box is safe, but the dish comes crashing on my bare foot on tile, right? And everyone's thinking, oh, did the dish break? No. The glass dish didn't break, but my foot did. And we still have it. And anytime I see it, my foot kind of just turns in just because of trauma that I have with it. And it was horrible. It was horrible. Because like I said, I just, like a month before this, I had just moved to Texas. And so here I am, new girl, walking into Mountain Peak with my crutches, which I later slipped on a piece of paper and I went back in. That was a traumatic experience for just that whole time. I think respect, because if I am in a friend group that for some reason just can't respect me, which has happened multiple times, I just can't respect them. Because if I don't like have the respect from someone just because of who I am, or just because of things like certain like mannerisms that I have, if they like don't respect me because of some of those, it hurts. Because you feel like you're less than them, which you're not. And it's just, to me, that's just really important. Because how can a friend group survive if more people don't respect one person just because of stuff they can't control? Probably AV and theater. They're both like my escapes from reality. Theater, I have like 3-hour rehearsals after school, like nonstop, ever since the beginning of the year, because we had Shrek, and then we had Little Mermaid, and we also have one play. Yay. It's fun, trust me. Just very stressful because it's our competition section. And so it's just fun being able to hang out with these people like during 4th period and then transitioning into after school. Like I said, it's a great way to distract myself. And in AV, it's what I want to do for a career. It's what I love most out of everything. It helps me like practice what I want to do. I've met some amazing people in it, like in media as a whole, honestly. Yes, you, Clark, you're a part of the, yeah. And it's just like, even though there's some drama, which every single group has, like you can't avoid it. It's an amazing place to be, because I know that if I'm having a horrible day, I can come into AV and like see Miss Preston and see her looking stressed. And then I'm like, okay, so I don't feel like I'm not alone in feeling this, you know. And then I get to annoy her for 2 whole class periods, which is fun. The MHS theater department, top tier, amazing. Not to like be biased or anything, but we kill it every single show we do. I think that the family dynamic that we have built is one of the best that I've seen for like compared to other theater troupes. And sure, we fight. Sure, there's like drama with relationships and friendships and all that. But after everything, we still like are able to come together and produce amazing shows, produce amazing like ads that we have, like just produce amazing things. And we recently did Little Mermaid, and I think that was our best show that we've done in a long time, like ever since Beauty and the Beast. Like, this is just my personal opinion, because the costumes were amazing, the choreo was amazing, everything was amazing. Like, our leads killed it, absolutely wonderful. Everyone like wasn't stressed for once in a musical, which we normally were. Like, we all had fun with it, which is something that hasn't happened in a long time. And going back on Miss Kennedy, for her just coming in and absolutely changing the game, like midway through her first semester, was very stressful, but also she like is there for us. And if she sees that you're upset in any way, like even if you're just having a slightly off day, she will come to you and ask you what's wrong and if like she can do anything to help. And also she bought me food once, which instantly top tier woman right there. Be yourself. Don't be afraid to like be who you are. Hiding is not fun. It's more enjoyable to be able to put yourself out there, to have fun with your life, to experience things that you never thought you would be able to do because of anxiety or because you feel like you don't look the part or whatever. It's just be yourself. It's the easiest thing to do. Probably that you can't please everyone, because I am a massive people pleaser. I will bend over backwards to try and have people be happy instead of caring for myself. Like, I'm the therapist friend, as I've been coined, or the mom friend, whatever, and those two kind of tie together, I guess. And I am just like always there and like always here to listen, which I love. I love being able to do that. But sometimes I'll be having a hard time, and I will put my mental health aside to try and help other people. And then some people aren't like grateful, I guess. I don't want to like sound like you have to be grateful for my help, but it's like, it sucks that I'm trying to please these people, but then they don't return the like feeling, if that makes sense. And so like just hearing that like you can't please everyone, you have to like put yourself first, you know? And if people are upset with you for that, they can suck it. They can grow up. Like, honestly, they can suck it up. They can realize that not everything's about them and that other people have to care for themselves first before they can care about you. I feel like that was really rude, like tangent, but like, sorry. Probably performing on stage. Because I was terrified of being on stage. I had really bad, well, I still do, but like I had really bad social anxiety coming into my freshman year and like during middle school and even some of elementary school. And I have always loved musicals. They've like always been a part of my life in some way. And so I like decided to push all those fears aside to do my freshman year musical, which was Elf Jr. And while that show was stressful because we listened to Christmas music from August all the way to December, I also was able to push myself out of my shell and was able to do the things that I wanted to do for years. And so I have done every single show since, like every single show that I've been able to do since. And it's just one thing that I'll always hold dear to my heart because it's just so thrilling to be on stage. Probably during Elf, one kid was like running in his tap shoes, which is a smart idea to do because it's not like our stage is slippery. And then we have iron on it too that you can just, you know. Anyways, he was running in his tap shoes and it was, I think we were doing bows and he was one of the juniors. Yeah, he was a junior. So you would also think that he would know better, but I guess not. He was running and he caught like an iron piece, like an iron bar that we have towards like the edge of our wings. And he absolutely eats it because his tap shoes, you know, they have iron or like metal on the bottom of it. So that hitting and then getting caught as you're also slipping, he just smacked his head right up against the floor. And I know I shouldn't think of it as funny, but like looking back on it, it's the funniest thing to me because you would just think that someone who was older would kind of know better, and who also was like one of the leaders of theater would know better. And it was funny, like just to look back on. Okay, so it's not loading, but I would probably guess like 4-ish hours. And my most used app is probably Twitter, which is embarrassing to admit, but I just can't help myself. Okay, so I don't know if I can say the name of the song. I don't know what the guidelines are for yearbook, but my playlist is called Only Sexy People Can Listen to This Playlist, which it's a playlist of like, no, but it's like a mixture of like indie songs, of One Direction, of like rock song. It's just everything that I love. There's also show tunes on there, which honestly whiplash whenever you're listening to like a really, really sad song and then boom, the intro to Hamilton starts playing. Horrible for drives. But my top 3 songs probably are Everywhere I Go by Hollywood Undead, Taunt by Lovejoy, and I have a lot on here. Probably Magic Dance by David Bowie. It's from the Labyrinth soundtrack, so 100% recommend.
Hello.
You matter. You're worth it. Like, if you think that you aren't, please know that you don't feel alone in thinking that. You're an amazing person, whoever you are. You have so much going for you. So, like, if you ever think about giving up, don't. You just have so much laid out for you that you don't know about. I love you.